Hey, what's up? This is Chef Noel Cunningham, your Jamaican chef. Welcome to What's Cooking with Chef Noel, the podcast that dishes on the food and beverage industry and the entrepreneurial spirit and everything relevant to being a chef. If you love to cook or eat, this is the show for you. What's Cooking with Chef Noel? Witty, real, and informative. Alrighty, so I recently came across an article that says chefs are like prostitutes. I'm not sure how true that is, but let's find out. Chefs almost always work late. They usually have more customers at night, get paid to keep the clients happy, charge per hour, but work extends until you're done. If you are good, you have more work, usually rewarded for leaving your clients satisfied. It's hard to have and keep a family. You must always be attentive to customers' needs. The clients always want to pay less and always expect you to do wonders. Every day when you get up, you say, look, I'm not doing this all my life. Sometimes you have to provide free services. The only ones who get to Roomba after 2 a.m. in the morning. And I wonder, what are we? A cook will understand, and the civilian about to get in the kitchen will definitely reconsider.
Poor people tired of the liberty.
Yes, sir, we're tired.
Ting boy.
Rough.
Food cartel again.
Yeah.
Tell them. Tired of the hungry that we bear. Tired fi face it ear to ear. Tired fi talk to the big guys, they look like them just don't care.
Them not care.
Tired fi cannot get a job.
Yes, you've heard it for yourself. We are tired, we're tired, and welcome to episode 2 of What's Cooking with Chef Noel, the podcast. And if it's your first time listening, make sure you go check out episode 1. This week our topic is culinary matters. Stop putting chefs on the back burners. A time for we come forward, we want to come on the front burner, tired around so, right? We're tired. And let me just warn you that if this episode starts, to sound like a rant, maybe it is. So, just a warning from now, right? So, I've been a chef for the past 11 years, and this is the only career that I know and one that I'm very, very passionate about. And this topic that I am doing now, I actually did this in the Toronto Caribbean newspaper. Got around, did it fair share of rounds, on Facebook and among a few culinary groups. So I want to bring it to you guys because my aim for this episode is to provide you with more of a behind the scene look at the life of a chef and some of the struggles, especially us as young chefs, gotta face. Because we are more than just recipes, and for some of us, a cute face, right? Yeah, man. So we are masters, we are master artists, and this is what we do, this is our life, and we love it, but we're not getting the level of respect that we deserve. And as Aretha Franklin said, just a little respect. That's all we need. Just a little bit. So, recently while speaking with several chefs, we all agree that chefs are not getting the level of respect that they deserve while doing events. I must admit that I personally faced this situation before, over and over again, which I'm going to give you a few examples of some of those situations. We all agree that food is a common denominator that brings people together. Food ties more than just communities and neighborhoods together. It ties the world together. Look now what's happening with COVID, right? Chefs are on Facebook cooking, and you have curbside pickup. You at home cooking. So much now in this pandemic, and you find that food brings comfort. It makes you feel happy, and it fills that void and that gap. So food is the common denominator that brings people together. Culture. According to American chef, that's James Beard, food is our common ground, a universal experience. It is a central gathering tool for all events. When you look at all the different events and festivals that happen, around yearly, they are all centered around food. Whether it's celebrating a particular ethnic group or culture, food is always there. Whether it's Jerk Fest, Rib Fest, Roman Food Festival, Nine Night, some call it Wake, Baby Shower, Gender Reveal, food is there. Appetizer to dessert, main dish, food is always there. So, and it takes a chef to do that. And these days, everybody call themselves chef and everybody a cook, and especially us as Jamaicans, from your granny can cook, you automatically can cook, and everybody a chef and everybody have a title, but that's for a different topic and we'll touch that next time. But most superheroes wear their capes on their back. Chefs, on the other hand, wear theirs in front. So I believe that respect should be in order, that we should be treated with such respect. As I said, Aretha Franklin said, just a little bit. Over the years, I've seen so many food festivals whose main focus is on the artist, but not the food or the chef. Just like many of these jerk festivals or these events that we see. You see Ding Dong, you see Beanie Man, Jack Cure, coffee, this, that. You don't see much about the chef or any highlight on the chef. It's just about the stage show. But I do understand, right, from a marketing standpoint, because I love marketing. That's what I did in high school, and I wanted to become a marketing manager, and that was my goal for a big company. That was always my goal. But, and I do get it that, the artists pull crowd. But at the same time, we need to highlight all talents, food included. And behind the food is a chef. Or in front of the chef is a food, yeah. We want to look on it, right? But I think the promoters are drifting from the real purpose of the event when they use food festival in their marketing with little or no notable recognition to the chefs or the food itself. And recently, a well-known chef on Facebook, Darius Cooks, was offered $900 to appear at a popular event in the US. Of course, he took to social media to tell his how much fans what happened, and they offered him $900, and I think with flight and stuff. And he's like, he turned them down, of course, but they have all these celebrity coming in and all these artists and everything like that, and they were telling him about exposure and he could sell his products and do this, do that, and just to bring down his price. And a lot of people were against him, saying that it was unprofessional for him to be doing that. But I think sometime, like Michelle Obama said, that you must take the high road when they go low. Sometimes, like, I think sometime, man, you just gotta go with them. Like, how long are you gonna stay on the high road for? Like, people want to just use and abuse you. And this guy have so many followers. He's now at over 1 million followers on Facebook. Sell his product, like, he's good just by himself doing what he's doing. But it goes to show the level of respect that these event organizers has for chef. Them not have none at all. I truth, them not have no respect when it come on to chef. It's always about exposure, because they still don't see culinary as a profession or chefs as a profession. They just see, just a little skill, just a little skill. But thank God to, Food Network, where you see all these stars like Rachel Ray, Paula Dean, Bobby Flay, Emerald, Gordon Ramsay, so many chefs coming up now, and the whole celebrity status attached to chefs now, and chefs are now in movies, chefs in music videos, chefs have their own TV show, talk show, podcast, chefs writing their book, and chefs launching out. Back in the days, chefs was just the back of the house people. They weren't in front. So they never get the recognition that they deserve. If you look at all these gala that these president keep and all these stuff, and how many food coming out, and the Emmy and you name it, and food coming out, the chefs are, always around there doing their thing, and you will never see them. But thank God, for social media, that we as chefs now can post and go live and show, say, hey, I me do this, yeah, we there, right, But so that's why chefs are always on the back burners. And it's just very sad that in 2020, we still don't see the importance of chefs and the role that we play when it comes to culture, right? It plays a big role in the culture for every country, every island. It's very important because our food is part of our culture. It identifies us. It shows, who we are, not just for sports and music. So therefore, we need to give our chefs some more respect and some more love and support. And it takes a lot of people to do that, So, moving on from Darius Cooks. And the thing is, when you have all these events, right, and you have some artists come, they give you a rider, and they want champagne, they want white towel and white carpet, they need this. We, on the other hand, like chefs, we don't do that. All we need is a proper stove. We need a countertop or tent looking nice, blah, blah, blah. That's it. You pay us, we leave, we gone. And your friend, if you know, say no. When you have all these events, them quick to cry down the chef price than they would do for an artist, because they still don't see the value in a chef. They still don't see it. And chefs are trained professionals, and we go through years of schooling just like doctors, lawyers, teachers. We do. You have chefs with their PhD, you have chefs with their bachelors, chefs with their how much degree, in hotel and restaurant management and all different aspect of the whole tourism and whatever. So, but the good thing is, in France, if you master the culinary arts, you are respected as much as a doctor, lawyer, teacher. You are much respected just like them. The same reverence and respect given to doctors and lawyers, I would like to see the same, given to chefs. Especially chefs in the Caribbean and its diaspora, because I think we, especially in the Caribbean, we are still on the back burner more. Maybe we're not the oven, maybe. I'll find out if we're in the oven or what. And I think I'll do a follow-up episode for this one, because I think we're in the oven as Caribbean folks, We need to come out of the oven. And Chef Anthony Bourdain once said, recognize excellence, celebrate weirdness, and innovation. Oddballs should be cherished. They can do something other people can't do. And that is so true, because if I as a chef get a plumber inside the kitchen to fix the pipe, and I'm going to try lowball him to pay him and all these, I can't do the plumber job. He's an oddball, And so he should be cherished, and we should recognize his excellence, even though he's just a plumber, he's just the electrician, he's just the guy fixing the vent, because you and I can't do what they are doing. So we're supposed to respect everyone. You understand? And it's time companies and promoters understand the value of chefs and what we bring to their event, and treat us with respect, so we can, grow and move forward, and we can also motivate a next generation to come. There are so many chefs, like before my time, who just cook, and them just never got nowhere in life. Them not achieve nothing, no recognition, and they just cook and burn out. Them can't save the money, them can't make the money, and so you find that some people just never want to become a chef. And let's face it, back then, you find that when you say, oh, you want to become a chef, people think you're a dunce. People think are worthless people, because it was just a skill. It wasn't the profession like the others, being a teacher and whatever. But now, in 2020, you find that so many people want to become a chef. When you look on people like Patti LaBelle, who was her pie line and doing this, and Lady Marmalade Sauce and Bobby Brown, so many of these artists now turn into food, because food is also, a little therapy. Just like you guys know, cooking so much now in pandemic, because food releases your stress. It's a little entertainment, but most people fear cooking because of the cleanup, right? We know that, man. We know. So that's why you must respect the chefs, because we are oddballs and we do what others, don't want to do. So therefore, you all need to recognize us and give us a little respect, just a little bit. And as a community, we need to start highlighting the work of each chefs that are here now. And this will encourage another generation of chefs and preserve the rich culinary history. We don't just do this for exposure, but for the love of our craft. And if it's for exposure, which is a big thing, and I was talking to a friend the other day, if it's for exposure, how long should we be doing exposure for? Because I'm in the field for 11 years. I've been on, TVJ in Jamaica, CVM, we call, all the shows there, Nyamins, Vibes Cuisine, been in the Gleaner how many times, The Observer, here in Canada, Winnipeg, shows in the US. I'm like, what more exposure? There's always exposure, but there should be some benefit. Something gotta give, I'm saying something gotta give. And it's just crazy. And sometimes it's the people that you try to help that bring you down. I remember back in, I think it was 2017. In 2017, all right, let's go back to 2016. 2016, they reached out to me from the Montreal Jerk Fest. Sent my price, they didn't get back to me. 2017, they reached out, sent my price, and I'm said, okay, sounding good. And we chit chat, sent the menu, sent the outline for the show, and everything like that. All right. Then now they got back to me. They booked the ticket, and let's fast forward. I arrived now in Montreal. Then, the driver came, picked me up, went to Airbnb. There was a VIP event on the Saturday. And the Friday, I'm like, yo, with the Monday, because I'm supposed to bring the money come so I can go and do the shopping. Reach out, end up on the road, and get tied up, and I'm soon send it off, being the professional that I am, I'm like, yo, time I go, I need to go on the road and get the stuff, because I know if I'm even send the money late, I still would have to prep late. So to protect myself, what I did, I went on the road, spent my money, buy the grocery for Saturday event, the VIP event, and I also got the grocery for Sunday for the actual Jerk Fest, right? Yeah, follow me, all right? Did the VIP event. There were some artists who were supposed to perform. I think it was Jacure. No. Yeah, it was Jacure, Kevin Little. Yeah, Kevin Little. And Tony Mataran and some others. These artists would never leave their hotel until they get paid. Fully paid. Yeah, them not leave the hotel until them get paid. And I say, oh, so them do it, yeah? Say, all right, live and you learn, right? And which way, I know that I should have got my deposit and all, but I'm really helping out these people. I'm just try to help them out so them festival can look good. And I'm also spreading the Cuisine by Noel brand, Chef Noel, spreading Chef Noel from just Winnipeg. At the time, I was living in Winnipeg to Montreal. The Sunday now, the festival, I did my thing. So I was leaving the Monday morning to go to the US. And I said, yo, payment. And she said, they're waiting on some more cash and things. So she'll send it off to me while I'm saying, okay, no problem. I leave Montreal, got to US. I reach out. I'm like, hey, what's up? She's waiting on some more funds and the person who have the key to the safe and da-da-da-da. And one long story, which I'm never interested in. And she So when I got back now to Winnipeg, she sent me like some money, like me a cooked part of the money and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, but and then she sent me the next part and the next part of the money, and I'm like, what's happening? It wasn't no big money like that. You understand? And up to now, them still owe me like $250, I think. And I reached out to them the last time, I think sometime late last year, yeah. 2019, early 2019. I think the festival was 2018. The festival was 2018, not 2017, 2018. And it even went over in 2019 that them still owe me, and I reached out to them for the money and they didn't even reply to me. They didn't even reply, and I'm like, okay, I'll just let this one slide because you all, one, can't call me back. Two, y'all can't keep no more event because y'all keep no more event. I'm turning up for my money or I'm sending the cop for my money. I know how to get mine. I'm not worried on that because, you know, Michelle Obama said when they go low, we go high. I'll take the high road for my own. I'll take a flight for my own, right? Yeah, man. So I'm just saying that this is a treatment that we as chefs get. And I hope you guys understand or see where I'm going and the level of treatment that we get. And it shouldn't be a case where you have to demand respect. It should be in order, right? It should be that you treat people or you would want to be treated, and you treat everybody in a good way, not because this person is more famous or this person is that. You treat people good because I'm here, leave all the way from Winnipeg, come to help you, spend my money to buy food. So you're supposed to give me back my food money plus my salary. So I basically lose enough. So even if you gave me back my salary, I still don't get back the food money. Last year, which is 2019, I went to Jamaica to do the Montego Bay Jerk Fest. And honestly, I respect these people because, you know, so that, like, you know, that Jamaica is the home for jerk. So when I saw them doing the Jerk Fest, it was their 15th anniversary. I'm like, whoa, that's a big deal, you know. I reached out to them first in 2018. Oh my God, my memory is bad. Chef memory is bad. So I reached out to them in 2018. We're talking a little and then nothing happened. They reached out to me now 2019. Same situation like Montreal. And them said, Chef, we're doing a festival and all these stuff, and you know, it's last minute. See, last minute, and we need your help. If we could just book your ticket and you come and you help us. And I just moved from Winnipeg to Toronto, so I had some free time settling down. I said, okay, let me come and help you guys. They did. And I'm not throwing these guys under the bus, but at the same time, I'm sharing my story because the show is witty, real, and informative. And if I say I'm going to keep the show real, then I got to be real with y'all. I don't want my guests alone to come on here and be real. I got to be real with y'all. And at this point, I just don't care because culinary matters. Culinary matters, right? That's what I'm talking about. So I went to Jamaica, did Smile Jamaica for them. It was time to go Montego Bay now for the festival. There was a hard problem to get vehicle to go down, which they were supposed to provide. And got to Montego Bay, check in the hotel, can't get goods to prep. I was till late.
Say what?
Got the goods late, went and prep. You know, forget all police escort, go up in one place. We got prep, basically police escort. And went and we did that. Prep late, and I said, okay, tomorrow the festival, we'll just play catch up, but we gotta get some sleep. Then, no, day of the festival, we arrive at the field. I saw the tent. They said that this is where we're gonna be. No chair. I said, where are the chairs? The, what do you call them? No, the audience gonna stand and watch. I'm like, for 45 minutes, 30 minutes per demo, they're gonna stand and watch. I said, well, okay. I said, where's the countertop? Where's the stove? I saw this little like a hot plate plug-in thing where, like when you just start in life, you know, but 2 pots can't even hold on that one 2-burner thing, if I show you. And I'm like, really? And I saw this jerk pan, and the jerk pan all like burn out and just look bad. And I said, yo, this doesn't represent me. This doesn't reflect my brand. And they went and they print in the paper International Chef Noel for Montego Bay Jerk Fest. And I'm like, this is how you all treat international chef? What if it was local? And up to now, I didn't cook anything. So all that I prep was just there. You know, I didn't cook anything because there was nothing available for me to cook. And the same evening I went backstage, you know, because I was judging the best dressed chicken jerk competition. So we had to announce the winners and stuff like that. And I was handing out an award for the first place winner. And I saw backstage with the artist tent. And round there, oh my God. In the artist tent, you have like flooring, you know, this nice board flooring and palm tree. And you got all these white couch and towels and bucket with champagne and waters and this and that. And the artists weren't even in the tents. They request all these stuff and they're in their hotel room or just all over the place until it's their time to perform, and then them just maybe leave. But they request all these stuff and you got to provide it. We on the other hand as chefs, we don't ask for these stuff. All we want is just the stuff to do our work. And I'm like, yo. Honestly, that was a moment for me when I said, yo, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Where you got to put on your foot as a chef and as a professional, and you got to know what you will stand up for and what you will sit for. And as I said earlier, I am doing this episode just to highlight what we as chef face, and then personally what Chef Noel face. And I'm not here telling no lie. I can back my stories. And I'm not the type of person to come and call out anyone, especially when it come on to business, because it's very unprofessional. But as I said, the show is witty, real, and informative, and I am sharing my story. And I'm going to make this a part 2, where I'm going to get other chefs to come and share their story with you guys. And you're going to see that, look, it's not just me. I wanted to have some chefs on this episode, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do this one myself. Then I'm going to get them to come and tell their story. I think that's fair enough, because I don't want them to just come and then you guys don't hear my side, and I want you guys to hear from me as well. So let's make the next episode a part 2 of this Culinary Matters. Stop putting chefs on the back burner. And that's basically all I have for you this week. So this has been another episode of What's Cooking with Chef Noel. Thanks for listening, and thank you for joining me on this journey. So make sure you go check out episode 1. As I said, make sure you subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, so you never ever miss an episode. Plus, you can follow us on Instagram at What's Cooking with Chef Noel, and follow me at I am Chef Noel, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Until next time, see ya.